We use demonstrative adjectives to tell which noun a person is referring to. Adjectives always describe nouns. So for the first blank, you're going to write noun. Maybe. Not with this marker. So adjectives describe nouns. That's nothing new. And in Spanish, our nouns can go a variety of places. We always, in English, say pretty girl, but in Spanish, we say girl pretty. But with demonstrative adjectives, they do go before the noun it describes. So this is a little different. So the fact that they go before the noun is different, but we still need to match the noun in two things, just like any regular adjective. What are those? What is one of those two things?
Gender.
And number. Good. So that's a number sign and gender. So now, what are demonstrative adjectives? What does the word demonstrative look like? Demonstrate. So, demonstrative adjectives we use to demonstrate kind of the location of something. So we use demonstrative adjectives. We have three different kinds. We have this and these. So I could say this pen, these pens. So that's like the closest to me, right? If I say this pen or these pens. I could also say that pen, so it's a little further away, and those pens. And then we have those over there, so even further. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to see this. So we have that pen over there, and those pens over there. So this is all location. So this is our closest. This is the middle, so somewhat close still. And this is the farthest. So we use these a lot when we're describing locations of things around the room. Most of the time, you won't use that, those, or that, those over there if you're like typing or talking to someone on the phone. This and these, though, is a lot more common to use because you might say, oh, I'm talking to this person. That makes sense. But most of the time, you're not describing location, writing, or on the phone, or whatever. Usually, it's with people that are around you. So, I'm just getting my pens back. So, there is a little trick to remembering the difference between this and these and that and those. It's a rhyme. This and these. Let's see the bad one. Have T's. That and those don't. So write that somewhere in your paper to help you remember, which it'll make a little bit more sense in a second when you actually have what they are in Spanish. Now these are actually on your vocab list. This and these, that and those, and that goes over there. Does anyone remember what this and these are?
Esto, esta.
Este. So our masculine singular is este. And our feminine singular is esta. And then what about our plural? Yes.
Esto, masculine.
Yep. Estos and estas. So, does that make sense now with the this and these have T's? have the letter T in them. And this is an example of why accents are very important. Because esta and estas, if we're conjugating the verb estar, would be está and estás. But we have esta and estas. So that's an example of an accent mark being super necessary. Otherwise, we could be talking about two completely different things. One's a verb, one's an adjective. So that's this and these. That and those don't. So all we're going to do is get rid of our T's. So we're going to have ese, esa, esos, and esas. So these have T's, that, those don't. And then that, those over there, completely different word. We have aquel. That is a Q. So A-Q-U-E-L. I've been told I make my Q's kind of weird. Then the feminine singular is aquella. So A-Q-U-E-L-L-A. Aquel, aquella. And then for plural we have aquellos. So A-Q-U-E-L-L-O-S. And aquellas. So, I need pens. I have el lápiz. I want to say this pencil. What am I going to say? Este lápiz. Good. Now, I want to say that pencil. What am I going to say? Which demonstrative adjective am I going to use? Ese lápiz. Ese lápiz. Now, I want to say that pencil over there. What am I going to say? Aquel lápiz. Good. Now I have, I'm not going to throw these, las tijeras. I want to say these scissors. Tijeras is plural, so it's not going to be esta. What is it going to be? Estas tijeras. Good. Now, I will set them nicely over here. I want to say those scissors. What demonstrative adjective am I going to use? Esas tijeras. And then I'm going to move away from them. They're going to stay there. And I want to say those scissors over there. What demonstrative adjective am I going to use? Aquellas. Good. Aquellas tijeras. So, rápidamente vamos a pronunciar las palabras. So, repitan. Este. Estos. Esta. Estas. Ese. Esos. Esa. Esas. Aquel. Aquellos. Aquella. Aquellas. Good. Okay. Everyone good here? We're going to go down to the bottom to practice now. Okay. So, any erase those? Move my paper. And for these practices, notice that those over there is T-O-T. Okay? So, these letreros son grandes. So remember, I'm going to rewrite the chart up here. So we have these, Or if you can just write this, these have T's. That should be enough of a reminder, hopefully. So, these letreros son grandes. Letreros, first of all, is that feminine or masculine? Masculine. Singular or plural? Plural. So which form of these am I going to use? Estos. You'll probably start heading down. It's 8:56. You can move your stuff and then you'll be back.
Is it in the phone?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh my goodness. Estos. No me gusta that over there, mercado. So mercado, is that singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Feminine or masculine?
Masculine.
Masculine. So which form of
Aquel.
aquel? Yep. No me gusta aquel mercado. Mi hermano es that cajero. Cajero. Is that singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Is it masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
Masculine. So for that and those do not have T's, which form am I going to use? Ese. Good. Blank gangas son buenas. And gangas are not gangs, they're bargains, just so you know. Bargains. So these bargains are good. Gangas, feminine or masculine?
Feminine.
Feminine. Plural, singular?
Plural.
Plural. So which form of these am I going to use? Estas. Good. We're going to stop at number 5, and then the rest you'll do right now on your own or with people around you, but I want to do one more. So that caja tiene mucho dinero. That and those don't have T's. Caja, is that feminine or masculine? Feminine. Singular, plural? Singular. So what form of that am I going to use? Esa. Good. Alright, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on 6 through 15. You can work on it with the people around you or you can work on it on your own, doesn't matter, but I do ask that you stay in your seat.